she had a feather, and I said, "Oh, feathers are, people from the other side saying hello." She's like, "Yeah, my mother likes feathers." Didn't know her mother passed at the time. So she comes up to buy the necklace she was looking at, and as I'm talking to her, I'm seeing the letter C, like it was flashing, like flashing aggressively. And so I said to her, I said, "This is gonna sound out of pocket." I said, "Have you ever, do you know somebody who passed away with the letter C?" She said, "I can think of somebody." I said, "Were they kind of aggressive?" She's like, "Yeah, they were slightly aggressive." I said, "Okay." And as I'm sitting there, I hear the words, "I'm sorry." So I was like, all I hear is, "I'm sorry." Next thing you know, she starts crying. And I'm like, "Oh shit." She's like, "My father passed away, and we had an argument the day he died, and I never got to apologize to him." I said, "Oh." So then, out of nowhere, once again, this came out of nowhere, and I was like, "Well, your he's with you, but he's with you." The first lady I was talking to, more than he's with you. I'm not sure why, but he's helping you through something. And of course, the water started going again. I'm like, "Shit, what the fuck did I just do?" Her sister was like, "Yeah, I was in a coma for 8 months, and I have all kinds of stories like this too, by the way, if you ever want to hear them." And she was like, "And I can't help her through that because I wasn't there." Like, well, that makes sense why her father's there. So after we had the conversation, she said, "I always thought my mother was around." I said, "Your mother's around." I said, "She just likes to sit in this brown chair that's in somebody's basement, probably in a corner." The sister has a brown chair in the basement in the corner. I said, "Yeah, she loves that chair." We parted ways. She said thank you, and then I had never seen that lady again. I do have plenty of stories like that, of like things that have happened that makes you a believer, or things that. In fact, I also want to hear your stories.